everybody and welcome back to the faction overview stainless steel 6.4 hot seat. Now we've already covered a total of 3 factions. We've covered Denmark, we've covered Turkey, and we've covered Egypt. So now as the 4th faction in the turn order, we're going to be looking at France, which is played by Incoherence1. Channel link down in the description, of course, with all the other factions and the turn order. Now, if you haven't already watched the other 3 episodes, then you'll know how the structure works, etc. So, of course, we're going to be working on the map first of all. So let's just downscale it to around about what we want to see. So we want to see just about, let's say just about this part of the world and Europe in general. Okay, so let's zoom in here. Oh, maybe not that much, that looks a bit hideous. I'm just going to crop it a little bit further. So you guys did suggest that this was the most efficient way of you guys understanding what I'm trying to talk about. So this is the way I'm doing it. So as you can see, France starts off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements right here. Now, okay, first of all, you'll probably want to get an alliance with... No, I take that back. You want to get an alliance with England. Now, you might ask why not Scotland, because Scotland and France are natural allies. Well, I'll tell you why. Scotland is an AI. Scotland is an AI, okay? Legend is playing as England, so Legend's most likely going to conquer Britannia without any problems. Now, France needs to ally with the Holy Roman Empire just so that they have a backup in case England attacks mainland Europe. So what I would say for France is try and secure the southern region of settlements here so that you have access to the Mediterranean, and of course attacking via this way, or this way into the southern areas, but also trade with all these regions. Now, if you've got access to the Mediterranean, you've got access to the world. You can pass in through ship from any region in the north, so that's any region where I'm marking my cursor now, anywhere from there, and rather than having to go all the way around and pass through the Moors territory, which this area would be very dangerous and very nicely controlled by the Moors, you could just pass through your own territory, no issue, because let's be honest here, you should at least have a border set up of at least there, and you probably want a border of like that. Now, this northern settlements next to Holy Roman Empire is where it's going to get interesting. I think Holy Roman Empire is most likely get these settlements there, and these people in England are most likely going to conquer this. So you'll most likely want to conquer this southern settlement. So you've got at least a connection through the north to the southeast, and of course to the Mediterranean. Now, what else are we going to be doing? So let's go ahead and say in turn 2, this settlement's gone. This one's gone. This one's gone. I believe Holy Roman Empire can take those 3. I think England will probably focus on the north first. We're not really going to worry about any of this stuff in territory, just some main areas of France. So this is where France will want to go. These couple of settlements there is 100%, guys. I'm not a Total War expert, so please tell me what you think, but I 100% think it is essential for Incoherence to go ahead and capture these southern settlements here. Now, thinking about it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements. That's quite a lot of settlements. But once you have those, you'll have the biggest buffer state in the middle of Europe right there. Now, okay, so let's go ahead to allies. So let's go ahead and say, let's go ahead and just change color real quick here. You have something like this. So you want to ally with the Holy Roman Empire in case England invades. You want to ally with the English, but you don't want to have too good of alliance with them because, you know, you might want to attack Britannia, or you might want to attack other neighboring factions of Britannia that they are allied with, or even they'll attack you. So you want to get a good alliance there. I believe it is essential to get an alliance with the Moors, and I say this basically for everyone, but here's the thing. With your help, the Moors can take out all this region in Iberia and in Spain. You can help take out the Crown of Aragon, which means you have no contested region south of your starting positions, which means you can now focus on taking out either England or pushing into Italy, and that way you've just secured your southern borders really, really strongly. Now, the Moors might not want to do that, so of course, this is just all theorizing. I'm just, you know, making up things. Nothing is for certain, but you know that. Now, another option is taking this northern peninsula here across Belgium and the Netherlands, and either getting very strong alliances with all these neighboring countries, and then just pummeling the north right here by either taking Finland here, or might even be I'm just not going to say that. Okay, just by allying with Denmark here and taking these northern settlements right there. Okay, so we've gone through allies and alliances and starting positions. Now we're actually going to head into the main menu and then of course into the map, and we're going to show you exactly what this faction starts off with. So let's go ahead and jump into the campaign map. Okay, so now that you're in Stainless Steel 6.4, now remember, Stainless Steel 6.4 early era, disable real recruitment, and savage AI is what we're playing on. You're going to go single player, early era campaign, as you see right there. This little trifecta there is France, and as you can see, they start off with this nice little slither of land. So let's go ahead and go to that. So we start off in the summer of 1100 Anno Denomino. I'm not going to say anything about that. Right, so let's just honor the team there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, good. So we start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements. So we've got 6 settlements here. Now they're sort of split into... Oh god, that's embarrassing. 5. So we start off... I'm just going to go ahead and do toggle photo, if it will work. There we go. So we start off with sort of this 2 section here, Clermont here by itself, and Paris and Reims together. Now, we'll check out all the towns later, but first of all, as you can see, Caen doesn't have too big of a garrison there. They've only got 3, 4, 5 players. Now, what you can do is just already in one turn start sieging Rennes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just maintain siege. You'll probably win that in a single player battle. Send some of these frail looking bastards into Angers. You know, obviously you want to do this probably turn 1 or 2, but not immediately. Now, you've already got lots of good Catholic popularity, but it starts to fall here south. So, Crown of Aragon is actually quite powerful if you don't know to begin with, because they've got lots of options here to get these settlements. So, what you 100% want to do, don't worry about Trellis, because look at that, that's got quite a lot of forces right there. You want to try and take Rennes so that Caen can't attack you further. Now, London's going to be forced to attack Britain and these 3 settlements there in Wales and Ireland, but you'll want to secrete an alliance with them, maybe even buy Caen off them, otherwise go to war with them early. You've got a princess, which is absolutely fantastic. You can get strong allegiance and it lets you claim other regions. So we've got Groningen here, which will most likely want to take these 3 settlements here from the Netherlands and Amsterdam. That'll just make you a very strong presence up here north. Now, the thing is, Groningen is most likely to be taken by the Holy Roman Empire, and Antwerp is most likely going to be taken by them as well, including Metz, unless the Holy Roman Empire focuses on getting Bern and Milan. Or no, that's a faction, isn't it? No, or Milan. And like I said, this Massilia here is very essential to get. And if you get Massilia, you got this nice little section that connects you. I think this might be the Rhine, I'm not sure, I don't think so. But Massilia, Lyon, Dijon, Metz, and... yeah, no, this is the Rhine. This is the Rhine here. That goes through there, and then it also goes through here. Cool. So you definitely want to secure those settlements. Now, let's go ahead and go Tocqueville again, because this is what Incoherence will be seeing. So let's see, go ahead and look at the factory. So you start off, of course, with 10,000 gulden, 10,000 treasury. And you have your king, Philip the Chivalrous. He's all living, so it's good that you don't start off with any dead people in your faction tree. You got your first eldest daughter, age 22. Now, look at that charm. That's a lot of charm. So that means you're going to be able to do some really nice diplomatic things with that. Let's go ahead and look at Prince Louis. He's got 3 command. He's got lots of loyalty. He's got a little bit of chivalry, which, you know, chivalry you actually want quite high sometimes. And he's got little piety. He's got lots of good sons, but he has no retinue, which isn't the best. And you've got 2 oncoming sons. 1 oncoming son, age 11. I believe the age of when you reach manhood in this is 14. So you're most likely to get a lot of family tree. Your family tree is relatively big. Infrastructure is there in Angers, and of course you start off with this force here with your king. No, just the general, apologies. And that's the good thing as well. You got quite a couple of generals, not necessarily family faction members, but you've got generals. So as you see here, we've got a couple of generals in Angers in the west coast, and in Clermont I think you've got another general, so that's your south as well. And then in Reims you would have your prince, and in Paris, of course, pardon me, the king. Now, okay, so that's not good. Do we have any retinues or like the Duke of Clermont or things like that? I don't think any of them do, which is actually quite unappealing. But, so this is what he'll see, most likely take those settlements that I've spoken of, and now we're going to get into the unit details. Now remember, we are early era, so I want to emphasize that as well in the recruitment section. So let's go ahead and jump into the battle map to see what we can get. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. Right, so here we are back on the middle map, the battle map. So as you can see here, we're split up in a section of, this is all the early era sort of units I mostly be seeing, and this is the more hardened warriors. Now let's go ahead and have a look at this. Where's the pause one? Okay, whoa, what the hell? There's something in my throat. Anyway, let's have a look at these units here. So you'll mostly be seeing these spearmen and light infantry militia to start off with. This is a very nice unit here, the spearmen sergeants. So they've got a higher morale, and obviously they've got this little kite shield with their spearmen. Their spears, otherwise why would they be called spearmen? And they're very eager, as you see, with that most of troops. You've got this sort of peasant light infantry here. They will be your dispendable units, disposable, and as you can see, they do have a larger unit tally as well, along with the lesser armor, etc. Here you've got just your normal spear militia, so it goes like this. In this order, oh right, it's not in deployment. So these guys are in the hierarchy above them, so we'll leave them there. And these guys here are just your normal spear militia, so they'll have a little less armor, a little less better equipment, because they're not nobles like these guys here. As you can see, they've got chainmail, and these guys got leather padding. Now here you've just got your standard spearmen, which is sort of the in-between of both of these guys. Yeah, because these guys are the spear militia, so they've got also one person less, and they are less armored. As you can see here, some of them got little capped helmets there. And then you've got your skirmishers, and your missile units will be in the late era. Now we've got this little, this is a very interesting sort of group. It's the religious fanatics. I don't know if this is early era or late era, but these guys, I think, can boost nearby units' morale, and obviously they've just got a club, so there would be like your peasants, very expendable. Now here we've got some crossbowmen. They're skirmishers, of course. Of course, they don't have much padding on armor, but they have the crossbow, which is their very deadly weapon, and they've got a little cool general there. Now I've got these levy archers, which are skirmishers. Now obviously that means they're archers, but they are going to be shooting from a lot closer range than your normal missile units. So those are your two sort of main missile units there. And here we have the mounted sergeants. You can see the stats there. These will be your best cavalry unit, or your only in the very early era, and they're quite professional, and they've got excellent morale and powerful charge, which would be their bonuses. And obviously they've got this really dope command. I'm actually going to take a screenshot. That's really awesome. So these guys are basically these spearmen sergeants, but then mounted on knights. So they are light cav, but they are very good for their what they're worth. Now I do believe, does this tell us how much they're worth? Yeah, so they're quite costly, and they do have a big upkeep, but it depends what battle you're fighting, they might be worth it. Now here we're getting into the more awesome troops here. Let's just, wow, look at those guys. Okay, so we've got the mailed foot knights and the feudal foot knights. So they're both heavy infantry, same number of units. But let's have a look at these sort of mailed foot knights first. So as you see, they've got a little bit less armor. They've got those kite shields, but instead of spears they've got swords. So basically they've just got mail chain armor. Some of them have got the same. These guys, that's really cool. The bannermen holders are obviously a lot stronger because they're like the sergeants of the group. So they're just the normal ordinary foot soldier. Now this is what I love about medieval Total War. Just look at these guys. They are absolutely stunning. There's 63 of them, just like the mailed foot knights, but these guys of course are feudal foot knights. So they carry, as you can see, the banners of their normal houses, and these would be your lords in the army. And you can see the statistics. Oh, that's the wrong one. You can see the statistics here. Very nice cards there, and they have a lot more quality than these other guys. You can see that they're elite, and they're even more than these cav units. They're actually 800 florins, which is quite a lot. Now here's your good archer missiles. They're literally just normal archers. As you can see, they carry a little sword with a nice little shield there, and they'll have a lot longer range and better morale, etc. Now I'm not going to stress this enough. Catapults, they both have 21, but you want to use your catapults on sieges, on a plain battle like this. First thing, what is this? First thing, some peasants of Kingdom of Sicily. You'll most likely want to be using your ballistas. Not much different for any country or faction. But now we're going to be looking at these Britain light cavalry, and these guys are your mercenaries. So this is your general's bodyguard and your mailed knights heavy cav, but these are your missile sort of upgraded skirmish cavs. So you can see that they do have sort of speary swords there, and they carry bows, and they've got not that much armor, but it's not really too bad considering they're missile cav. So these guys are just going to be used for hit and run tactics, which is most likely what you're going to use missile cav for anyway. So now we have obviously the 16 at the back and the 32 here. This is a great combination. These mailed knights just at the front being in a wedge formation, just charging in, and then having your really powerful feudal lord general's bodyguard. They're your top tier quality units. Let's actually see if we can find the general. Okay, maybe we can't. Maybe that guy. Anyway. That's, oh, right, well, there's no custom character in this battle. But they obviously have the very nice, long, straight lances, and obviously, once again, they carry their house's banner. So these two might even be brothers. And of course, this is what I really like. You can see on the padding of the horses there, they carry this Lannister sigil, and of course, with the French triple entente that they have on their normal flag, and you can see the units here are wearing it as well. Very cool, very cool. You've got your sort of leader at the back here, and they've all got different tunics as well, if you can look. So these guys all have different tunics. So this is sort of a nice little line that's the same, I guess. But then you can see here that they have different tunics there. Now that all represents what they are in society, of course, but this is the armies you'll be seeing the most. You won't be seeing much of these peasant infantry here, but let's just go ahead and look at our guys and demolish them. Anyway, so while I'm showing you guys this epic rundown of these peasants, I'm just going to be saying thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe 100%. I do this every week on Wednesday. I really prefer it if the YouTube I'm doing this on could upload it. That would help a lot. And it's just awesome that I can do this, because this series is really fun because it lets me go into detail of what I what I think would happen. It lets me really theorize, which is awesome to see. Now just look at this charge. I told you these feudal general bodyguards just smashing them in here in cinematic ending. So that's where I'm going to end it here, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. Check out the other 3 parts in the series. Check out my up and coming Total War 7 Kingdoms mod video that's coming out, along with, of course, my Midland Let's Play and my Scotland Let's Play, because that's in stainless steel 6.4 as well. So probably you're very interested in that, considering you're watching this. Anyway, guys, Games One on here with this video coming to an end, and I'd like to thank you all for watching Stainless Steel 6.4 Incoherence Kingdom of France faction overview. Alright, guys, adios.